and girls, and welcome to week 5 of the GBA. We are facing Lord Emvee and the San Diego Chimchargers. He is so far undefeated in the season, 4-0. We are sadly looking at 1-3 right now, and we are desperate to get some wins. We need every win we can get, even if it's versus the big guys like Emvee right now. And yeah, my prediction overall was that you probably can potentially make the playoffs with a 7-5 record, but that means we can only afford to lose twice more, so the rest has to be wins. That is the plan I'm going for right now. I mean, to be fair, the plan I'm going for right now is going 9-3 again, like last season, so that's still in reach. So yeah, let's just win all the games, and yeah, this includes, of course, this one. These are to a divisional rival, so the win versus him counts even more. Because the potential win, potential loss would even cost me even more. So yeah, there's much on the line. But before I start digging into the whole team hero thing, the usual shoutouts go to once again Kino and Isaac for the beautiful art on my channel. Isaac, of course, for the thumbnail, and Kino for this layout you're seeing right here. And the Slyroh and Donphanatic. Slyroh for genning my team, you'll see on screen right now, and Donphanatic for recording this match for me, because I sadly do not own an own capture card, and yeah, have to rely on others, like the friendly Jack, Donphanatic. Both of their links, or all the links basically of all the people I just mentioned, are in the description. Definitely check them out. They are cool people, all of all, I can guarantee that, and yeah, it's definitely worth checking them out, and yeah. So, these are shoutouts. Let's start with team preview. First of all, with my team, if you want to know why I brought these sets, what the whole idea behind that is, what Emvee's biggest threats to me are, for what I had to prepare, what's not as big a threat as other things. I made a team builder, link to that will be in the description as well. There's every question will be answered more in detail, but for all which don't have the time for that, I will just scan quickly over that. First of all, we got a Choice Scarf Raichu with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Grass Knot, and Hidden Power Ice, Yachi Berry Landorus with Earth Power, U-Turn, Sludge Wave, and Hidden Power Electric, Mega Alakazam with Psychic, Hidden Power Fire, Protect and Disable, Rocky Helmet, Physically Defensive Vaporeon with Wish, Protect, Scald, and Roar, Special Defensive Shaman with Leech Seed, Earth Power, Giga Drain, and Dazzling Gleam, and as last utility, Mad Spirit with Stealth Rock, Knock Off U-Turn, and Dazzling Gleam as well. So, looking at Emvee team, he brought the Keldeo, the Scizor, the Ampharos, the Hexorus, the Togekiss, and the Jirachi. Basically all mons, which I could see potentially with me. I was definitely seeing the Sneasel, I was definitely seeing the Jirachi, but he has many other options. I'm very glad I don't see Wobbuffet. That means no trapping shenanigans. I had to prepare for that, of course, but it's always nice to not get trapped by anything and to have to be careful with every move you click and stuff like that. Then, what I too don't see is the Gorbis, so no Baton Pass shenanigans, that's great too, no Smash Pass at all, I don't have to be fearing to like get straight sweep by something weird like that. And the other thing I don't see is that no Donphan. First of all, that means this only rocker he has right now is the Jirachi, and second of all, that means my Raichu will outspeed the whole team he has on screen right now, barring a Scarf Sneasel, and I can Volt Switch around versus everything. Nothing can stop me from Volt Switching. Of course, he has 2 resists in the Ampharos and the Hexorus, so I have to be careful about that, but nothing stops me just clicking Volt Switch, getting damage on team, and potentially get momentum if he switches out. So, yeah. I was happy to see that. Of course, I'm still scared of the Sneasel. I'm still scared of the Keldeo. I have a pretty decent check, or a pretty good check into Vaporeon, so, but he knows that, so he will have something in mind for that. Mega Ampharos hits like a truck. Shaymin can take this decently well, but of course he doesn't like that. Hexorus, I can't allow the thing to set up. I have Raichu, of course, outspeeds, but it's not that strong with the Hidden Power Ice. Vaporeon can take some hits, but it will be pressured by the Keldeo, by the Sneasel, by the Jirachi potentially, so I have to be very careful about that. Togekiss, he brought, like, so often Scarf Togekiss. Scarf Togekiss is very obvious, but if he Scarf Togekiss, he has no Hazard Removal on the team, and 2 Rock weaknesses, so I value Rocks right now very much. And then the Jirachi. Jirachi can do so many stuff. I will have to scout for that. Like, he could be Scarf, he could be physically defensive, especially defensive. Physically offensive, especially offensive. Call Mind. What? So many things Jirachi can do. I have to be careful for that. I have to scout what he does and stuff like that. And yeah, that's all. Like I already said, Team Fury, he has nothing to stop Volt Switches from my Raichu, so I will just lead with that. As my choice, because if the matchup is not good for me, I can just Volt Switch out, and yeah, go on from there. Emvee's issuing a challenge, and let's go. He decides to lead with his Jirachi, the Poke Aim. I leave my Raichu, and I'm definitely scared out right now, because I can't kill this thing. I don't have Knock or something like that. I just go for Volt Switch, but he actually switches out into his Ampharos, and after he switches in, I want to pause it right here, because versus defensive Jirachi, unless he fears the knockoff or something like that, I have nothing I can do to him. He could easily set up his rocks right here, because I don't have any hazard removal on my team. He sees right now. I would assume that if he has rocks, he wants to go from right away, and usually I can't do crap to him. Usually I can't do crap to him. That either means that he's offensive and is not built to take hits, or he has anything which doesn't allow him to take chip damage, like a Volt Switch or something like that. So that's already good knowledge. Jirachi probably offensive, maybe some kind of set which needs to have a specific amount of HP for some matchup. But yeah, I can just go for the Volt Switch right here, and Volt Switch out this. The Ampharos granting me a free switch into the monster, which is called Landorus Eye. And basically, going from there, he has only one ground immunity, which is his Togekiss, so I have to predict right here, do I want to go for Sludge Wave, do I want to go for the Earth Power? I will pause it right again here. I have the Yachi Berry, so I can definitely take any hit. I calculate I can take a Modest Dragon Pulse, I can take a Modest Hidden Power Ice, of course, with the Yachi Berry. So I could just fire off a Sludge Wave here and see if he wants to predict and switch out with his Togekiss. But I stopped at myself and I thought, no, come on, let's play it safe versus with Earth Power, because the same which applies with Ampharos right here, and then I can take any hit and still hit. The same applies for Togekiss too, in case it switches in, and then I can still go for the Sludge Wave if he has HP Ice or something like that. So I decided, let's just stick the Earth Power right here, and he indeed decides to stay in. Now it only depends, is he fully special defensive? If he fully special defensive, he has a chance to living this Earth Power, but I just click it, I hope for the best, and like you can see, he breaks the mold. Come on, where's the Earth Power animation? I want to see it, there it is. We hit up the Fabio, and let's see how much we can take out from that, and we take all of that. That means his main resist to my Raichu is actually gone, and the main threat, the biggest threat to my Vaporeon is gone too. Now he switched out into his Keldeo. Of course, that thing is faster than me, and I have a very decent switch to that into my Vaporeon. Of course, I'm immune to the Water Stab, I resist the Ice Stab, and Secret Sword. I can take decently well because I'm fully physically defensive. Like you can see here, he does go for the Secret Sword. And this damage tells me that he, first of all, he shows no item, and I decided to stay in and just wish up because I'm on recovery, so I have some time to talk. This damage tells me he's either Modest, or he is a boosting item, like, which is not Life Orb. So he's either Modest Scarf, or he is, it can't be Specs, and he can't be Extra Belt because that won't boost him with Secret Sword, so he's either, like, what's it called, a Black Belt, Fist Plate, something like that, or Modest. These are two things right now. If he's Modest, I assume he's Scarf, because Modest Keldeo wouldn't outspeed max speed Landorus, so I don't expect that. So he's either Modest Scarf, or he is Fist Plate or something like that. These are two things I'm assuming right here. I'm just trying to get my Vaporeon a good amount of health. He seems to keep going for the Secret Sword. It's like he does not have Calm Mind, he doesn't have Substitute or anything like that. I could still roam out if that happens. But yeah, he keeps going for that, so I'm assuming he's maybe Scarf. Like, of course, it doesn't make sense switching a move into a water move. But yeah, I switch out here into my Mesprit because Secret Sword won't do anything. It's resisted. I am very bulky and I can get at my rocks because his only hazard removal is the Togekiss, which is maybe Scarf. He brought that a lot, so rocks are very nice. And of course, I scam out with the Stab Psychic move. I get my leftovers back, and like you can see, this Secret Sword did close to nothing. And I just get at my rocks right here. You see here that he switches up moves, so he's definitely... He is the boosting item, like Fist Blade or Black Belt. Of course, he could still be Modest, but I don't see Emvee doing that and getting my max speed Landorus outspeed, which I either way will do to outspeed the Jirachi. So I'm assuming this is like a boosting item, something like that. He goes repeatedly for Scalds. I go for the Dazzling Gleam here, just getting damage on this thing. I sadly don't have Psychic, and I was maybe hoping to scare him out with the Psychic move, but yeah, he basically just gets rid of the Keldeo right here, potentially sacking it. It may have looked like a prediction into Sneasel, but Dazzling Gleam is just the best move I have to hit this thing. So yeah, he goes for Scald, and Mesprit goes down. I got up rocks, got up damage versus Keldeo. I don't have anything if it wants to take the Scald. Of course I have the Vaporeon, but then it would just go down to Wish Stalling again. I would need to burn with Sword and stuff like that. So I decided just second thing, go into my Romanichu and get another Volt Switch off, killing this thing, and we are already ahead 5 and 4. The Keldeo's down and the Mega Ampharos, and I can Volt Switch out. And I would Volt Switch out into my Vaporeon right here, because looking at his team, he has not much which to take on my Vaporeon. I want to see what his plan for Vaporeon now is. I want to see what do they have, what is his answer to Vaporeon right now. It's not Scizor, probably not Hexorus, it may be Hexorus, but he goes into this Jirachi, and let me pause it right here. He goes into this Jirachi. I already assume that either he is not allowed to take damage, or he is offensive and does not like taking hits in general. Seeing that he brought it in versus the Vaporeon, he already knows I'm physically defensive from the Secret Sword damage. So why would you bring in Jirachi? The only reason you bring in Jirachi is because it's a special attacker and has like Thunderbolt or Energy Ball that basically, I assuming right here he has either Thunderbolt or Energy Ball, one of the two to hit my Vaporeon. So I just switch out here into my special defensive Shaman, which from both takes like nothing, and yeah, we will see what happens. If he is still physically defensive and goes for U-turn or Toxic, I still have my Natural Cure and stuff like that, so I don't worry about that. He goes for the Energy Ball, and yeah, that was the square root of nothing. And with leftovers, I get close to full HP. And I'm predicting him to switch out right here because he obviously can't do much to me, and I just go for Leech Seed right here, but he stays in, goes for the Icy Wind, maybe just gauging the damage, maybe just wanting to get the speed drop on me, I don't know, but yeah, that does, like, look at this damage. This is a super effective hit, but it does nothing. Granted, Icy Wind is only 55 base power, but still super effective from a Jirachi. And I get the Leech Seed here, and with the Leech Seed and the leftovers, I can get basically all the damage back he did with Icy Wind. And yeah, next turn I decide to go for the Earth Power. Looking back, it was very obvious that he would switch out, seeing that he like basically can't do anything to me. So I should have gone for the double Leech Seed right here, but I decided to play it safe and go for the Earth Power right here. Small mistake on my part, I should have gone for Leech Seed. It was very obvious that he would switch out here. So yeah, I go for the Earth Power, he goes into his Blunder 777, which is the Togekiss, of course, immune to the Earth Power. So I get no damage at all, and there are only two things this thing is doing right now, three things, which is Roosting, getting up to a good amount of health, Air Slashing me, or Defogging. And either way, these all three scenarios are very good chances for my Raichu to come in and just click the Volt Switch button once again. And like you can see, he does go for the Air Slash damage. And calculating that versus my Raichu, I already know this is a modest, like again, this is a modest Togekiss or a boosting item Togekiss. Like, what are the, like, Flying Plate and Sharp Beak Togekiss? I'm not thinking that, like, looking that he's an offensive Togekiss, and I'm just thinking already, okay, this is probably a Scarf one, like, he ranks close to all these matches. And now I'm a bit of a scary spot, because Volt Switch won't kill a Togekiss, even if it's not HP investment, just because Raichu is not the strongest, sadly, of course, that's why it's tier 5. I would have to go for Thunderbolt to kill it, but I can't allow myself to lock myself into Thunderbolt because of the Hextras in the back. Because once I go for Thunderbolt, I'm locked into that. He gets a switch into Hextras and basically gets a free setup on my switch out, or because Thunderbolt won't do much. I would rely on getting a Para, but he may have Lumberry, blah blah blah, all this good stuff. So I decide right here, okay, I have to go for the Volt Switch. I basically can, in the whole game, I will never click Thunderbolt. I can't allow click Thunderbolt giving the Hextras the switch, because then I would have to rely on Raichu outspeeding it with HP Ice, and at +1, Vaporeon takes a lot from Outrage or Dragon Claw. Of course I can get some Rocky Helmet damage, but it's iffy. So yeah, I decided to go for the Volt Switch right here. Getting some damage on him, maybe get a crit and kill him, who knows? Yeah, like you can see, I don't get crit, he lives at a comfortable amount of HP. And now looking at my squad, okay, what can I allow to take the damage from the Air Slash? And I decided in the end to go into my Mega Alakazam. It, like, close to everything on my team could take the hit, but this is the thing, I don't mind the damage at all. Because, yeah, like, of course, Ice Shot from Sneasel could still pick me off once I Mega Evolve, but everything else does not bother me. I just protect her here to get this safe Mega Evolution off, and yeah, him staying in basically confirms to me that he's probably Scarf, because otherwise he could just switch out right here. But okay, to be fair, maybe he was fearing going into Sneasel or something like that, fearing like a Dazzling Gleam, Single Beam, all the Focus Blast, all these moves. But yeah, he stays in, go for Air Slash. I just switch out now back into my Raichu. I can take the Air Slash and go. Sip of water, nice. And yeah, can just kill him with a Volt Switch. So this is the second kill for my Raichu. On his debut, Romanichu is putting in the work and already getting 2 kills, granting me a lot of momentum, which in the beginning, which granted the 1 kill to Mr. Man. And we are ahead 5-3 right now. Now I will switch out into my Mr. Man, because he has nothing really which wants to take this on. He probably would go into Sneasel, but I have the Yachi Berry. He won't probably go into Drudge because, of course, Okos and the Hextras. I have a chance to Oko too, depending on the spread. And yeah, he switched indeed out into a Sneasel. And right now, I decided, because of Yachi Berry, I decided to stay in and just click Earth Power. Because, yeah, Ice Crash, I think, won't kill me. But I could be all smart and stuff like that. But that was a mistake. That was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have stayed in here, because after I clicked Earth Power, I was like, okay, yeah, Yachi Berry, of course I can take the hit. I clicked Earth Power, and then I went to the calc, and actually a Life Orb Jolly Sneasel with Icy Crash kills me through Yachi Berry. If he's only Adamant, he only has, like, Adamant with Choice Scarf, Focus Sash, Exit Belt will still be enough. Like, anything like that, then I have a good chance of living here. There's like a 6% chance to Oko me. But that was a mistake on my part. I should have calced that and see that. Because after I clicked that, and I was like, oh, damn it, no. If he stays in and goes for Ice Crash, my Landorus is dead. It kills actually through the Yachi Berry. So that was a mistake. I could be, like, a mistake. You see how it plays out. I go for the Earth Power right here, thinking I could lift the hit, and he actually predicts my switch into the Vaporeon, which actually what I should have done. That honestly was the play I should have done right there. But he goes into his Jirachi, trying to predict my Vaporeon. I just go for the Earth Power, pop its thing. Sugar Berry actually is his item. I did not know anything about this item before, but even through Sugar Berry, I can just go for 2 Earth Powers and kill this thing. And yeah, basically because I made a mistake and he overpredicted, I getting a free kill on the Jirachi right here. But yeah, like I said, I could be in the narration now all, yeah, okay, I knew he would switch out, predicting my Vaporeon, blah, 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 but there's no point in that. I'd rather be honest with you guys. That was more of a mistake on my part, and then a bigger mistake on Emvee's part, if you want to say that. Right here, he goes for the Acid Crash. I have the Yachi Berry, and like you can see right here, he's actually not life up. That means I can take the hit. If you watch his team builder, you know he's just Choice Scarf Element, which only has the 6% chance to kill me. He does not get the flinch too, and I can just go for Earth Power, kill the Sneasel. And yeah, I could not, why I did not switch into Vaporeon right here, even though I knew it would kill me, was because if I go into Vaporeon, I kill the Sneasel with Vaporeon at some point, like Rocky Helmet, Knockoff. Basically, I will kill him at some point, will be probably at a decent amount of HP still, but then he only has his Hexorus in, whilst my Vaporeon only has Scald and Raw. If that's the only one, I can't draw him out, so that won't work at all. He will, basically I'm set up for it. If he's Yachi Berry, Lumberry, I would have to rely on getting a burn on that, and I don't like that. So I don't want to go into Vaporeon to beat the Sneasel. If he would have killed me, my play was to go into the Shaman to click Dazzling Gleam and chew 1 Icy Crash from a life of 1. I can do that. I would have to hope not getting flinched, of course, but I would kill him with Dazzling Gleam, and then with Shaman I can basically with Dazzling Gleam and Rocks damage and Rocky Helmet from Vaporeon, I can bring in the Rage HP Ice from Raichu, so I'm not too scared about that. That will be my play. But yeah, like you can see here, I actually live this. I get the roll in my favor, even though it was a pretty high chance either way. He goes now on the Texture, which is his last one. Preserving that, I think he was actually the DD set, which got confirmed after the match. He gets Rocks damage. I can just go for my Earth Power right here. And yeah, like you can see, that will pick off the last KO of the match. So, like I said, Mr. Man, he was not part of last match, but now he comes in with 4 kills. And that is the 5-0 victory of the Borussia Donphan versus the San Diego Chimchargers. A huge win versus one of the undefeated guys this season so far. And yeah, I'm very happy with that. Of course, in that high differential, 5-0 is a very big win. That was mainly because of my mistake and his over prediction, which basically I got the better half of because of my own mistake. Otherwise, I think I still had a very good shot at winning, but definitely not in that high in 5-0. But yeah, good match, Emvee. I was kind of missing the heat, like there too much stuff which I could assume and was too much standard. But what can you do? You cannot bring heat every week. And yeah, this second week for the Donphans, we 5-0ing the Emvees, and this is the turning point. I can tell you guys now. The wins are coming in, and we will get our 9-3 differential. That is what we are aiming right now for. But yeah, this is all this video. If you like the match, if you're a Donphan fan, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal at the end of my videos. Definitely check out Emvee. His links will be in the description. Like, if you watch this video and you don't know Emvee, I don't want to watch English, under which rock you're living in. He does great Showdown Lives, great GBA content, of course, too. Definitely give him a look. Check out all the other guys who shout out at the beginning of the video. Check out the GBA t-shirt shop, where you can buy your Borussia Donphan t-shirt or from any other team you like, including Emvee's, of course. Use the code GBA15 to save 50% of your offer, so it only costs like 20 bucks. And yeah, that's basically all from me. I will see you next week. We are facing... God damn it, I actually don't know where we are facing. We are chasing Josh, Scepter MC, of course, the other one of the I think he's 3-1 so far. One of the best guys in the league format so far. He is the coach of the San Francisco Arcaninas. We are facing the 2 San teams in a row, and definitely looking forward to that. Last season I could defeat him in a very close match. Let's hope we can reproduce that. But yeah, that's all from me. I will see you in no time. Ciao.